What's up, everybody?
It's been a while.
It's been a while, man. It's been a wild ride in the meantime. We're just waiting for Facebook to work. Give us like a minute or two. So today we're gonna talk about, well, maybe can you give a quick update on the Mambo shipping?
Yeah, we're shipping Ethics Mambo this week. And next week we're going to do the TBS version.
Alright. And I guess the only thing that's missing right now is the kickstands, right? Is that still the... Okay.
Well, a bunch came in this morning.
Oh, that's why we're shipping.
Yep, that's why, yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
They didn't have time to assemble it. The factory.
Yeah, so we're assembling... Well, I guess it's better.
We needed it yesterday, so then they sent us the kickstands in parts. So we were putting it together yesterday.
Well, at least now we know they're not going to fall apart, right?
Yep.
Have we actually done a lounge on the QC issues?
No.
We have not, right?
We have not.
Okay, so maybe let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe grab a Mambo. Oh, wait, well, you have
I got one here, but that's my special one. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. We shipped a couple hundred, and like, I don't know, a few just went out without QC, for sure.
Yeah.
And like what I'm suspecting is, oh, I'm getting. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
May give zero fucks about us streaming. So yeah, what I'm suspecting what happened is one box was wrongly labeled.
Mm-hmm.
So one QC failed box.
Yeah.
Like if somebody checked it and failed it, we put it into a box, which is labeled as QC fail, and either it was mislabeled or it was read wrongly and packed up and shipped out. So yeah, some pretty embarrassing pictures online. Which was weird because like every time I got a picture, right, and there was like what, between 10 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got those and I checked all the Mambos that were on the production floor for that issue, and none of them had any. Right, so we revamped the complete production process. Wayne's been doing manufacturing for 2 weeks now, I guess.
A week and a half, yeah.
A week and a half. Just to make sure that none of the errors happen again, and we're keeping a close eye on it. And yeah, the ones that are shipping out right now, we QC tested most of them. So
all of them.
Well, right. We QC tested most of them. All of them are QC tested, okay?
Don't say it like that.
Sorry, like Wayne and I QC tested most of them. And some of the other guys are helping, so yeah. There should be no issues going forward. That's all I can say. It's a fucking great remote. So it's a shame that it happened. We apologize for it, obviously. And everybody who gets them who got them with a QC issue has been sorted, as far as I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we pulled a couple of all-nighters and helped everybody out, and yeah. That brings us to the topic of the Agent X, because it's been, or Agent M in this case, because it's been an onslaught of problems.
Yep.
So yeah, together with we launched the 69 and the Mambo at the same time, and both of them. Well, Mambo doesn't really require 6.07, but it works better with 6.07. And for some reason, that firmware is causing issues with Agent X. We still don't know why. We know where it's going wrong. We just don't know why only 6.07 is going wrong and none of the others. So there's got to be like a weird timing issue there. So what we did was, after we got like complaint after complaint after complaint that their devices are getting bricked, not bricked, unrecoverably bricked, but bricked. So we turned off 6.07. However, we need 6.07 for the 69.
Yeah.
So we activated something, a little something we've been working on, which is Agent M for desktop.
Hmm. So web-based, web UI of the Agent X.
Correct. So because of the architecture, the way that H&M is developed, it's based on a completely new architecture that, as far as I know, nobody else is using. Like even not like out in the industry, this is fucking unheard of. But we like to push the limits, so let's go and check it out. It's a web-based. I almost want to say it's a web-based H&X
Why not?
because that's kind of what it does, and yeah.
Agent M for morons like me.
Yeah, it's the Agent Moron.
Agent moron.
Yeah, because people were asking me. So now that it's not only available on mobile anymore, what does the M stand for? We came up with several inappropriate titles, which we're not going to share. But Agent Moron is another one. All right. So let me see if I can share this. I
Facebook,
cannot
yeah.
close Facebook real quick. Come on, where's the full screen?
What's that?
That was the wrong one.
Oh, the camera on the floor.
Why can I not share?
Remember you knocked over
Oh.
the computer?
Yeah, yesterday I threw a box across the room and it perfectly hit the streaming computer. When I came today, it was still like lying on the couch. Oh man. Oh yeah, Kiss FCV2 is back in stock in case you care. So yeah, let's take a look at the H&M. Here we go. Oh right.
The tough part.
Pressure. Okay, am I on caps lock or something?
Jason! Reset my password.
No, please don't. All right.
It's not the Agent
Hang
for
on.
morons, I guess.
I need to look up my password. I'm not streaming anymore. Okay, good. I have no. My password is like a combination of passwords, so I never know which combination it is. Pretty sure I typed in that. All right. Boom.
There
User
we
ID
go.
1, just in case. All right, everybody saw it. It's user ID 1.
Were you streaming?
Yeah, I was
All
streaming.
right.
Of course, this is the most important part of the whole video. So I just plugged in my Mambo and I set it to TBS Agent. Here, yes. Okay, we understand this is not the best UI UX thing. We're working on it. So you have to click to allow the browser access to your USB. And then you have the Mambo, which is the Freedom TX, then you have the Tracer, and you have the Wi-Fi. So if you were to update update to the latest version, well, now you can see all the development versions. So we're not going to open up those, and we're just going to refresh 1.3. And you have to look at this area right here. and this will always ask, like, for example, whenever the device restarts, you have to re-authenticate it. That's just how, because the browser does not natively have access to your USB, obviously, because otherwise, they could like look at your cameras and shit, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. The only thing that's special is you cannot tab away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
So like if I go back here right now, voila, it's still at 25.
Oh.
All right. So it's going to pause everything and then hopefully continue it. I might have broken it.
Looks like you did.
Well, I touched a USB here.
Oh.
No, it's fine. So yeah, that's the only limitation. Again, it's a browser-based USB thing that you just have to be aware of. That's why we're telling it. So we're gonna run the Freedom TX update to 1.3, and then we're gonna do the tracer because the tracer is a little bit special.
Can you run this browser on your phone?
No. So this needs a desktop version of Chrome. Which works on Mac, Linux, and Windows, and or Edge, but
Edge.
yeah,
Who the fuck uses Edge?
yeah, everybody says that. It's actually the first time I was like, "What the fuck is Edge?" I thought it was like something to do with Edge TX, but apparently not. So yeah. Anyway, that's how it works. So it's gonna restart, and then you authenticate it again, and then it's gonna be done. And I'm selecting the TBS agent here right now, like after the whole thing is done, just so that I have access again, so that I can update the tracer. And now we're gonna skip past this one here real quick, because all the demos. Okay. And same thing again. You have to authenticate it.
It's faster than Agent X.
The user interface is a lot faster. Yeah, the firmware update is actually a little slower.
Is it?
Yeah. But still, I mean, it's, the most annoying thing is that you can't do anything in the meantime. Because usually when Agent X updates, I just click on it, boom, and then I'm back to my emails or something. And I did the same thing there, and I came back, and it was like still stuck at 2%. I was like, what? Yeah, but it does say right up here, please stay at current tab during updating.
Welcome to Mambo.
For morons.
For morons.
Like Skadoosh and me. So yeah, it's restarting. You don't I'm not touching the Mambo. Alright, so you don't have to. And then you have to do this again. And now it's uploading the receiver firmware. So it has updated the MicroTX, and that's inside the Mambo. And now it's updating the receiver firmware that will be flashed OTA when everything is done.
When you bind, yeah.
So if you're having binding issues or anything of the sorts because of an Agent X update, do an emergency recovery, and then run the update through Agent M, and then bind again, and then all the problems will be gone.
There were cases where you don't even have to do the emergency update. You just
Yeah.
go straight to the Agent M update and it's fixed.
So if the binding never happened, then you're good, right? But
Yeah.
if the binding happened, and like we had reports of people like losing bind every time they plug in that case you have to do an emergency update, because it's not going to OTA the firmware that you have on the receiver after you've done this. Yeah, and there we go. It's done. I think I still have to connect again. There we go. And everything else is pretty much the same. Like you can set up all the special things. Like this is the new feature for the video transmitter. You can change the internal, external antenna. All these things. you can set the user ID to 1. Only I can do that, but what else? I think that's pretty much it. Set up the Wi-Fi for cloud streaming. I don't think I've updated the Wi-Fi on this Mambo. This is like a prototype Mambo. Yeah. So if there are any questions, please let us know.
Do you lose models and settings during emergency update? No. Your models are stored on your Mambo.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. If there are 2 known bugs on the H&M, that only happens on some units, or some systems, or internet providers, or whatever. One of them is like if you go to firmware updates and there's just a perpetual loading icon. We're working on it. I don't know. It's like a routing issue or something. And the second problem was right when it goes into updating child firmware, it will it just goes green and stays at 0%. That one is also related to drivers and USBs and everything. We're working on it. We're trying to perfect it. It's really hard to like repeat those issues because they're all based on like nuances of drivers. So yeah, if you're having any of these issues, please contact me. You'll be turned into a guinea pig, and we'll basically send you prototype access to the latest firmware of H&M where you can play around with it. Yeah. Oh, dude. Random FPV is here. When will my TBS Devil's Lettuce be posted out?
Oh, I didn't even want to think about that. Did you hear about the guy that contacted all of our dealers?
Because we sell a grinder.
Wait, where?
No, he's not here.
Oh, yeah, well, that guy,
Yeah. What a douchebag. Oh, now he's gonna contact all the dealers because I called him a douchebag. Stops. Oh my god. I feel bad for the kid. Because he's doing all this to protect his son.
He reported like 30 posts.
Yeah, I know. Well, I kicked him out of the lounge.
I thought I did.
Well, maybe we both did. I was like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? What's the guy's name? I'm not gonna say his name. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the comments are, some people are saying that it works. So should there be a multi-bind option in H&M? There should be. So anyway, if you're having any kind of issues, we do have an H&M thread on the lounge. Just post there. We'll be looking at it, and yeah. Kickstand and PWM receivers. Okay, kickstands are coming. We can't sell them yet because we have sold Mambos that need the kickstands, and that's all that's missing. Like, we have Mambos assembled. We're like literally boxing with Mambos and hydroponic systems.
PWM receivers.
Yeah, PWM receivers for Crossfire. Yeah, we're working on them. Didn't we just... I think we did a fuck ton of them. Well, I'll have to check. Because I specifically, like, I secured stock.
For the
For PWM, yeah. I pulled, like... Stock came in. I went there and I grabbed the whole like 2 trays.
This
I was
is
like,
mine.
this is mine. This is gonna be turned into PWM because everybody's hounding us for receivers, right? Pro 32 Nano VTX. They're in production right now. They're going through the PCBA line right now. Send Stingy a kickstand on me. When I connect to H&M with my Tango 2, it updates the firmware, but it doesn't update the RX firmware. I'm stuck at step 5. Okay, so if you're stuck at step 5, hang on, let's just cut back here. I've heard this before. So if you're stuck at step 5, let's go in here. Are we still up? There should be something like this, and then you click here, and then you click here, and then you connect, and then it should continue. If it doesn't, let us know. Send us a video of it and all of these things, and then we can look at it more closely. All right? Clear shell would be cool. Yeah, we got the clear shell here. This is how it looks. It looks pretty sick, gotta say. Oh, well now I'm in firmware update mode, right?
Welcome to Mambo.
Clear shell back.
Will this replace Agent X? So
No.
yeah, what's the...
So, the idea for H&M was never to really become a desktop solution, right? But since Agent X has been having these issues, we thought, okay, let's just push the button and put it online. The goal is for Agent M to eventually not require you to use a PC anymore, right? So because if you have an app, like how many times are you actually on Facebook on your computer versus on your mobile phone, right? Well, okay, you're okay.
Don't ask me about that one.
Like for me, the mobile phone app does everything, like just to watch. Same for YouTube. Like I don't go YouTube anymore on my desktop.
Okay. Like I leave home with like 80% battery and come home with like 78. So like
Okay, you're never on your phone, is what you're trying to say.
yeah.
Well, I leave home with 8% battery.
Unplug my charger.
Unplug Wade's charger when I go to the office. And I leave the office with 8% because I keep using my phone and then the plug is in the way, so I tear out the... yeah, anyway, so the point is like I feel like the H&M, from what I've seen on your mobile phone, is going to be way more comfortable to use, and you can use it anywhere you want.
Yeah,
like,
plus when you go and fly, you want to update something.
yeah, so most of the, like, Chris and I are famous for this. We usually bring our laptops, and when we drive to the field, we start thinking about, ooh, maybe we should see if everything works, and then we start testing in the car. Oh shit, nothing works. Okay, plug in your Clean Flight or Betaflight configurator and do all that shit. So yeah, like this is perfect for those kind of people because technically you could just plug in on the field, connect your Wi-Fi to your TX and say, all right, update my firmware please, and then it does everything for you. It does the OTA, boom boom boom, and everything is set up, and you don't even need a computer anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Because then we have the discussion about does it run on Linux? All of that is over. When will it work on mobile phone, Google Chrome? No, it's never going to work on Google Chrome. It's its own app. Like you can go right now and you can install H&M. It's just not going to do firmware updates. It does everything that H&M on desktop does except firmware updates.
ETA for CRS MV3.
Oh, I don't have 2 weeks. Yeah. So Tracer right now, 1.6 milliseconds on the Mambo is already possible because you got the probably 1.8 right now because the Series FV3 over the air is not fully done yet. but this here already has Cirrus FV3 kind of talking to the Micro TX. So it's like a direct connection between Open or Freedom TX and the Micro TX. So on this here, you already have the full line. Going to KISS, there is still some issue on Flight 1, which I'm guessing that they fixed, and there is it's on beta flight in the latest development branch. H&M on iOS, yeah, just go to Play Store, search for H&M.
69 with VTX power on the Switch. So team release stuff.
We're doing alpha testing right now.
Oh, cool.
So if you're a team race pilot, DM me. You can get access to it. You can try it out. That's the condition. We're working on all the bugs right now, and we're gonna have an update end of this week, ready for I/O. Yeah.
Nice. Play Store is okay. App Store.
Oh, sorry. I don't know anything about Apple. Will the mobile app do firmware updates eventually? Yeah, it here in our office it already does firmware updates. So it's coming. It's coming pretty soon, but there's it's having the same issues as Agent X. So oh, Snoopy FPV. Yeah, just DM me on Facebook for the team race thing. All right. I think that's it. We're gonna go back to sending out QC failed Mambos. And yeah, enjoy the H&M. Let us know how you like it. Join and subscribe and whatever. Do your thing. And I guess we'll see you end of the week. I gotta give an update on the hydroponic system. I built a completely new hydroponic system yesterday, and I fucked up Wayne's car. Well, not the car, the seat.
It was kind of epic last night.
Yeah. I'm moving too. So
This
maybe,
weekend, right?
Yeah, actually, you know what I think? Because we're running out of space in the office, I think we're just gonna move the whole lounge to my place.
Like you do realize I don't drive to work.
Yeah,
let's do a lounge. Okay, Uber.
No, I'm just gonna do a lounge like after I wake up, without you. If you're not there, that's your problem. Oh man. All right, guys. Catch you later. We'll do another one this week, I promise. We have not done any lounges for way too long. All right. See ya.
Later.